Hello and welcome to the tutorial on formatting your paper for MLA style. This is going to be done in Microsoft Office 2010. So to begin with, open up a blank document, single page, and just click on the top to get started. What we're going to do first is create a cover page. To do so, we want to click on the Center Justified. We're going to hit enter several times to get about 1/3 of the way down. Now I'm going to enter in my name, the student's name, I'm going to hit enter in the professor's name, the assignment, we'll call this MLA demo, and then the due date. So when you enter in dates in MLA, you want to enter in the date number first, then the month, and then the year. Now we do not need to enter in any commas or anything else. This is all we need for the cover page. Now what I want to do next is enter in a second page for the body of the paper. So I'm just going to hit enter. Then I'm going to go up here to page layout. You can see the tabs up here. We're on home. We're going to go to page layout. I'm going to click there. Next I'm going to click on breaks. I'm going to go down here and click on next page. Now you can see it entered in a second page. Good. Now what we want to do next is to enter in the pagination. This is where we enter in the student's last name and the page number. There's a couple ways to do this, but I'd like you to follow this method because it's a little bit easier. So you can see my cursor's right there. Just go up a little bit towards the top of the page and double left click. Now you can see that the footer and header sections have opened. What I want to do first before I do anything else is, if you come up here and see this highlighted button called Link to Previous, we need to turn that off. Alright, so you can see that it's not highlighted anymore. This will prevent page numbers from showing up on the first page. So I'm going to go over here to page number. This is what we want to insert. I'm going to go top of page and off to the right. And you can see that it shows a 2 right here, so we need to fix that. I'm going to go to Format Page Numbers, start at 1, or page 1, then hit OK. So now you can see that we are starting at page 1. Now we want to enter in our name, so I'm just going to hit the space bar and then type in my last name. So since I'm Scott Student, that's what I'm going to put there. You want to put your last name, not as to confuse me at whose paper it is. Alright, so now we're good there. Let's just double click down below the blue dotted line and see if everything worked. I'm going to scroll back up. Aha! No pagination up in this area. What's nice about doing pagination this way is that each time you add a page, it will add this heading information that you've written right here. So the next part of our assignment is to add a title to our page. Here my cursor's already center justified, and I'm just going to write MLA demo paper. Alright, so there's that piece. Now before I go on any further, and you can do this before you write your title, we need to set this up as double spaced, because MLA is double spaced. So I'm just going to put my cursor back to the beginning here, or you can do this before you start typing. And I'm going to go up here to this little work tool area called Paragraph, and I'm going to click on this little box right here in the corner. I just left clicked it, and you can see it gives you some options. We want to make this double spaced. So click on line spacing double and then just hit OK. Now our paper is going to be completely double spaced for the rest of the way through. And when I hit enter, you can see that it went down. Now I'm going to start the body of my paper, and you've been asked to add a heading. Now headings help identify what each section is going to be, and then for this one you're asked to write an introduction heading. And that's all you need to do. Let me kind of show you without headings what happens. Here's our syllabus right here with headings. See, we have the headings in bold. Look how easy that is to determine which section of text is what. Here we have grading feedback, major assignment, and so on and so forth. Now without that, this is what it would look like. It would be really hard to figure out what part of this paper is what. So that's the importance of using headings. And I'm not going to save that. Alright, so there's introduction. Now with MLA there is no official format for headings and or a cover page. These are something that I would like you to do with all your papers that you're writing. So you can leave introduction in the regular text, or you can bold it, or you can italicize it. I'm just going to leave it bold because as I drop down to get ready to start writing, I'm going to indent because you need to indent in MLA. And then I'll just starting. So you're asked to write like 2 sentences, and it can be on whatever you want. Well, this is just to show me that you know how to format the paper. So I'm going to write, my dog has fleas that must be why I am so itchy. Alright, so there's my first sentence. Oops, I misspelled dog, so fix that. Okay, now in second sentence I'm just going to kind of write a little introduction. In this paper I will discuss how not to get fleas from your dog. Okay, there's a little something here that wants me to correct. Okay, we didn't need a comma. There we go. It's happy. I'm happy. Hopefully you're happy. So here's my 2 sentences. So basically this is what you do, and when you're done writing your introduction, and here I actually added a sentence of what I'm going to cover. Remember, in your papers, introductions, tell the reader what you're going to tell them. In the body of the paper, tell them. In the conclusion, tell them what you told them. Alright, and these headings help with that process. So what I want to do next is kind of get ready for my works cited page, and I'm just going to tab down, or excuse me, hit enter to go down, and now we want to insert another page. Now I showed you one way with the page layout button. This is what you need to do when you don't want those breaks in between. So I'm just going to put a page break, and you can see that it continued on. Right here we have student 2. I want to do works cited page, so I'm going to go back to home, and I'm going to hit centered, and then I'm going to type in work cited. Alright, and as you can see, we're not underlining this, it's not in bold, it's just as it is. You can call this works cited or works cited. It's fine with me. I guess if you have more than one reference in there, you can call it works. If you're just doing a single reference, call it work. Alright, so I'm going to add in a quick reference here, and one thing that we need to do is set this up so it's in hanging paragraph style. So back to the paragraph, you can see it's still a double space, but what we want to do here is go for indentation, and we'll select hanging paragraph. This way each time you enter in a new reference, it will be in the proper format. So let's say I got my information from a website, and I want to go ahead and enter that information in here. So following proper MLA format, let's say I got this information in my paper from a article on a website, and so we have the author's name, so I'm going to write here's the author's name, so it just happens to be me. I'm the expert at fleas and dogs, I guess. So there's the author's name. If you don't have the author's name, just leave that blank. You write what you have and what you can find. So next I'm going to do the title of the article that I used, and if it's a web page, then you put the web page here. And this has to be italicized. No, I take that back. The title of the article does not. So the article is Dogs and Fleas. I'm going to put the other quotation or period and then the second quotation. Now we get to italicize it. So this is the actual page that we, web page that we got it off, or the website. So the name of the website or the web page could be called Fleas and You. And then we'll put a little period. And then who sponsors or who is the publisher of this website. If there's nobody, then you just put n.p. In this case, we have Fleas International is the host or the sponsor or the publisher of this website, and the date that this article was published, so or this web page was published. If you cannot find it, you put n.d. In this case, there was a date on it, and it was made on the 4th of January. And then when you're doing your reference page, you do not spell out the whole thing, and it was done in 2009. Okay, and I'm going to put a period there. And what is the media source? This was a website, so I'm going to put web. If it was print, you would put print. If it was something else, you write whatever that. If it's a book, you write print and so on. So we're going to put a period after that. And then the access date. So I found this today. So I'm going to write 27 August, period, and then the year. And if you have the URL, it's not required, but if you are going to enter in the URL, you put the little alligator mouth or the less than sign, and you write in the web address. And a lot of times it's just easy to copy and paste it from the URL. And www.fleabag.com, and that's it. And then I put in the other thing to let me know that I'm done with it. So I hope that this has been helpful, and that this will help you. Whoops, got too many WWs in there. Alright, so I hope this is helpful, and enjoyed looking at your work. Thank you very much.